What's up, hybrids? Welcome back to another episode of the Phantom Hybrid Podcast. This is Hanako, and I am here with Anthony, Michelle, and our newest official team member, Dina. Yay! Dina is now officially a part of the Fandom Hybrid Podcast after we've been just kind of snatching her up for everything over the last few years. So welcome, Dina.
Thank you.
Hey, this
So
is going to be much
excited.
fun.
She can bring that wealth of vampire knowledge to the podcast.
Hey, yep.
That wealth of vampire knowledge. I wish.
Or just the wealth of trivia knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, the trivia, because she's a trivia girl.
Yes.
I'm a trivia girly, but let me just tell you, I've been playing against some folks here lately that I'm like, bruh, do y'all get out of the house at all?
Really?
Y'all know this stuff.
Okay, so before we get into our episode, for our viewers who don't know that much about you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh yeah, cool. Okay, I'm Dina. And I'm a nerd. We've known each other, all of us, about 16, 17 years. Probably more at this point. I don't know, I'm bad at math. But I love trivia, so that's what I do for fun, is I learn things so I can remember them and win and beat people. And my favorite thing to do is go on game shows. And so I'm trying to get on some more. And I've been on 4 so far. I've only lost on 1.
Oh, that's pretty
good.
That's a good track record.
Good.
Right.
You batting 75.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
proud. I can't lie. I'm pretty proud. I definitely, but the one I lost on wasn't really trivia, so that's also I realize I need to stay away from stuff that's not like in my wheelhouse, because unless it's just for for fun. I'm too competitive to do things and actually lose. That does not feel good.
She is. I have been on her. We have done Harry Potter trivia together on many occasions.
Man. Look, you're the one. You're the reason why I had to get my Harry Potter trivia knowledge up, girl. What you talking about?
Yeah, Hanako used to crush everybody.
Oh my gosh! It was like Harry Potter encyclopedia, and I was just like, "Oh, I can't mess with her."
Yeah, it's like we went to a Harry Potter trivia, and she's like, "Oh, I ain't read the books in a decade," and she's sitting there answering every question. Come on,
Nick was like, "Wait, what do you mean you haven't read? You've only missed one question." I said, "Believe me, I remember more than I forgot."
Because once they jog your memory of something or connect something, it comes out. If it's in there, it's in there.
Yeah.
But child, I had to get my hair. Oh man, I couldn't even. I came to the group of people with only movie knowledge because I hadn't read the books when I first came.
Right.
So I had to get jumped into the gang.
Yep.
So how do you prepare? I have a quick interview question. So how do you prepare for your game shows? What's your preparation like?
Whatever the game show is, I watch every episode basically. I watch what the other players do and what the ones that win, I study them. I go play trivia at the bars and stuff, and there's a site called Sporkle that's really popular for trivia.
Oh yeah, I remember
Sporkle. I play on Sporkle. And just anywhere I can find trivia. I watch YouTube videos of trivia contests, people just doing regular trivia and just answer questions and just try to remember things. And to be fair, a lot of stuff that I just remember comes from watching movies and TV. If I watch a movie more than one time, I'm catching all these things, and then somewhere in the ether, this question comes out of nowhere, and it's because I watched that movie that same week. You know what I mean?
Okay,
that kind of stuff happens. So, yeah. But like I said, I got to get my game up because I'm playing against more people who are so into it and so good that I'm looking stupid. So I'm like, okay.
No, we can't have that. We can't have that.
So yeah, I'm excited, and I hope that some more games come up. Hopefully I can get on some games that I want to be on. And so that's pretty much me.
Okay. Well, welcome officially. And we're gonna jump into some Welcome to Derry, episode 6.
I have 2 things.
Okay. Get us
that
started.
want to hit.
I bet you I already know what one of them is because I think
Ah.
we had a little. I think I know. Yeah, what you gonna talk about?
Okay, so it's two little things. Number one, if my name is Dick Halloran and I tell you to leave me the fuck alone, leave me the fuck alone. That's number one.
Leroy was pissing me off in this episode. He really was.
Leroy.
But think
Bruh.
about it. He was afraid of him at first. And now he's telling you to get the hell on, get out of my face. Then he ain't scared of you no more, brother.
Because
he got bigger fish to fry right now.
Right, like the dead soldier with his head halfway blown off behind you. Like you ain't that scary now, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, and number two, I'm gonna need for Lily to tighten it up. You got to tighten it up, girl. You got to pull yourself together and tighten it up. I understand it's a lot of trauma. I understand there's a lot of stuff going on, but I just need you to pull it together.
Do you think the artifact is affecting her?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh,
you think so?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because it
yeah,
it is.
Right,
It's like I can't let it go. I can't let it go.
She was giving off those vibes, and I was just like,
and then she looking like she just have no life. So I'm like, what's happening to you?
Yeah.
What is happening?
All I know is when she was riding a bike down the street after her confrontation and she screamed, I felt that.
I felt it. I really did.
She was like,
I felt so bad for her because I was just like, this girl just needs a break. Like, she has nobody in her. Like, her friends done kind of, ostracized her. Now this person that she thought she could trust, she finds out is
crazy. It's a bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about Miss Kirsch because
those my two things.
I looked at her in one way the first time I watched the episode, and then the second time I watched the episode, I was feeling a little more sympathetic towards her because, we'll get into her.
I mean, I'll tell you, I knew something was not right with that woman from day one.
There's so many layers to her story. So let's just go to the beginning. Let's start with her in the beginning because when the episode starts, we get a flashback to, I think it was 1936 was the flashback.
35.
Was it 35?
Yeah. It definitely has to be at least 27 years prior because he's awake.
Right. But okay, so here's the other thing. We know his cycle is every 27 years. Mm-hmm. Do we know approximately how long that cycle lasts? Like from the time he first shows up to the time he goes to sleep. Do we know what that time period is?
27. Oh, come on.
When he's awake, how long?
I kind of feel like the Native Americans, when they were talking about the augury in the other episode, I feel like they might have talked about that, but I don't remember a specific time.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out because
I think when the show started, he was waking up.
Yes.
And that was January because that's when Maddie disappeared.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then this was April when we first meet the other kids. The ones who ended up Teddy and
Phil.
Yes.
Phil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. It says it does say 1935 at the beginning. So so
AI says Pennywise is awake for roughly 1 to 2 years.
Ooh, can you imagine? Oh, that is horrifying.
Okay.
That's horrifying, guys.
And it depends. And it says it depends on what happens.
Right, because like when you look at Georgie, that drew in the Losers Club, that incident. So it has to be something, I guess, to draw them in and whoever he picks, and then the more kids they bring in, and then that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because by the time we jumped into Georgia's story, there had already been a bunch of kids missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the last year or so.
Yeah. Okay. And this is the thing. Because even watching this particular episode with the kids going to the tower after, like literally, you guys just got out the sewers, y'all almost died. Why are your parents still letting y'all go outside? Like Will, I understand because Will took off. He got into an argument with his dad. He was like, "Oh, you gonna put your hands on me? I'm taking."
Oh my God. And
But,
that
but
online has
Rich
been a nightmare.
and
Did they even tell the parents? Do you know where your child is? 10:00 p.m. commercial. Right. They don't know what's happening to their kids.
Yeah.
But you think they would know because kids have been, there's a curfew. Clearly, these kids ain't keeping up with the curfew.
Especially these kids, they aren't. But the other thing is the I was gonna
your
say
child tried to cut her eye out.
Right.
Do you know where she at?
Why is she out of the house? Period.
Right. We need to watch her.
But you got one who is a black child whose dad is on the run from the law. Why?
You know, grandma in that chair, she keep dozing in and out, reading her Bible scriptures. Okay,
but we can't forget that it does influence everybody in the town.
That's true.
They make them kind of forget they had children.
They kind of make them not really care.
Worry, yeah.
Because
like for real, my child missing the eye dang near, and she ain't getting out of my house.
Right.
Not to mention, okay, my child is missing an eye because she done tried to cut her eye out in the school because quote unquote her glasses broke. Okay, not only that, you are friends with the town quote unquote crazy girl, the one who was with the other missing kids when the theater got bloody, and you're hanging with the daughter of the guy that's suspected of killing said missing kids that were in the theater when the theater got bloody. I guess it has to be the influence because no way.
Parents talk, and back in them days, parents used to, your daughter needs to stop being around that negress because murderer. You know that would have been the call from like 12 other parents.
Right.
No.
Right. Yeah. Especially since we see everybody in this town ain't quite as, oh yeah, we're accepting of the Negroes as we claim to be because what? Yeah. It has to be Pennywise because other than that, I cannot think of why these, but like we joke about the whole thing, you know, it's 10:00. Do you know where your parents are? It's a joke, but at the same time, y'all don't know shit about your children and what's going on. I mean, we do the same thing with Stranger Things too, but like,
and we may be joking, but they really did have a campaign about where do you know where your kids are at 10:00.
But even that was in the 80s. This is the 60s.
Right. Because I was just about to say a lot of that stuff didn't come until like after Adam Walsh got kidnapped.
Right. Because they're like, as long as the kids come home.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just there's so many things about this that's just so unsettling. And one, the fact that you are in the 60s. Two, the fact that y'all, you know, for all of your outside acceptance or whatever, you know, it's white folks in that town looking around at these kids like, why are these white kids hanging with these black kids?
Yeah.
Tough. Hang with them tough.
Constantly, night or day.
Right. Like y'all getting in all kinds of trouble and y'all are always together. You know that wouldn't generally fly. So you're right, Anthony. It's got to be Pennywise's influence.
Well, technically, it ain't but I guess 2 white girls, one because everybody else is a minority.
Yeah, that's
Rich
true.
Is Hispanic, Ronnie's black, Will is black.
Yeah.
Lily white, but she crazy, so she don't count. And Marge is a patty cake. So far, Marge is a patty cake, you know.
Not anymore. Not after this episode.
But before that, she was a patty cake and she was kind of covered. So
right.
And she wasn't really hanging with them until later.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true. After she was targeted by Pennywise. Yeah. But Okay, so going back to the timeline, 1935, we get black and white at Juniper Hill. You have the little girl in Juniper Hill, and you have her being led downstairs by a nurse. I was like, if y'all are about to tell me the nurse Kirch was actually feeding these children to Pennywise, because I really thought that's what they were about to show us.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I was like, because even though they don't show you her face at first, when she tells the little girl, when she gives her hand and she says, "There's nothing to worry about."
Yeah.
I said, that sounds like Miss Kirsch.
Oh, the subtitle said Ingrid. I was like, oh, that's Miss Kirsch.
See, I didn't even watch it the first time with subtitles, because my subtitles have they've been a little bit ahead of what the dialogue is.
Okay.
So I turned them off because I was like, I don't want to get spoiled that way. So I didn't see a name. I heard her voice and I was like, that's Miss Kirsch. I said, is she feeding these children to this thing? And then when you get downstairs, she's trying to tell the little girl, Mabel, she was like, see, there's nothing going on. And she was like, is this where you saw Pennywise? And the little girl says, yes, he told me to come down into the basement. And then she looks up and there's a red balloon there. Of course, red balloon floats over. You see Pennywise come out and then they cut away from it. I was like, y'all gonna make us sit here and think about this all episode long, like whether or not this woman, because at this point, even just the way she was talking to the child, something seemed off. And I know we were talking in the last episode, because from the moment we meet her, we all said something ain't right about this woman. Then in the last episode, we found out that she was the one sleeping with Hank Grogan. So we were like, oh, that's probably it. She was just, she being sketchy because she's sleeping with a black man. No, like the top of this episode, I was like, I'm back to my original, something ain't right with her.
I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my assumptions about how her being not right, it was still tied to the movie where she was acting all crazy. Well, that wasn't her, but that was still her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember the movie because it's been years since I've seen it, and I've only seen it once. So I have no recollection of it. I almost watched it this weekend, and like I was telling Michelle and Dina prior to us recording, I started watching several things this weekend and I just couldn't stick with it. I couldn't focus. I was getting bored. So like I only got to maybe when Beverly first meets Ben and she's walking off at the school after she signs his yearbook. That's as far as I got, because I was like, okay, I can't concentrate. So I remember nothing of Miss Kirsch from the movie.
Yeah, because in that scene, it shows you the pictures. It was like Bev looked around and saw the pictures of her father.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
Okay.
In the original movie, she goes to her old house, and that's the lady that's in her old house, ain't it? I think she said that. Because what was Bev? I forget Bev's last name.
Marsh.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
that was the house. Mm-hmm.
She thought she saw it was Marsh, but then she saw it was Kirsch, and she was like,
Kirsch.
"Oh, I thought it said Marsh."
Yes, yes, you're right. So that first part of the episode, I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, okay, something ain't right with her. Like, is she feeding Pennywise? Like, because I don't think I recall him really having like anybody helping him, except for I think whoever it was.
Henry Bauer.
Mm-hmm.
Henry, and I think there was one other person who was kind of seeing him, and I think he was kind of manipulating him, but nobody that was just like, here, let me bring you breakfast. I don't think we've seen that. So watching it at the beginning, I was confused, and then later on in the episode, the kids go through their thing. Lily, and we'll get into that. Lily, she shows them the artifact that saved her down in the sewers. She's like, okay, well, he seems scared of this. We can go after him and kill him. Ronnie is like, hold up, you almost got us killed already, and now you want us to go back? And she goes off, calls her crazy, says they should have kept you in Juniper Hill. They have this big blowout, right? So Lily, after that, she rides her bike to go see Miss Kirsch because that's the person who she goes to when she has some issues, when she has troubles. Now, the first thing that made me worried, and I had to remind myself, this is the 60s. They kind of sort of did this. If the woman don't answer the door, don't go in the fucking house. Just don't. I don't care that the door is open. I don't care if you knock in it. Usually,
like, what would
if you
possess
knock,
her to even, I would never do that.
No. Even with people I'm close to, unless you call me and say, hey, I'm coming to your house and I say the front door is open, just walk on in. No, especially not for an unexpected visit because, again, 60s. Even when we were children, you didn't call before you went to somebody's house. You just went to somebody's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she goes in and she opens the door and she goes in, hello, is anybody here? And nobody answered. Guess what? That's time for you to turn around and go home.
Because who knows what happened? It could be some dude in there stabbing her 48, 55 times. I mean,
it could
you
be
don't know what's
Mr.
going on.
Kirsch in there in his boxers with a beer can talking about make sure my steak is done right. She don't know.
No.
You really don't know. But she proceeds to go upstairs to the attic. And when she gets to the attic, there's a record player playing a record. She goes to a table. She sees a photograph book. Then she opens the photograph book. I'm like, so we just invading folks' privacy, just all willy-nilly?
Yes. That is what we do.
This is what we do in the 60s? Because you're mighty comfortable. You're a little too comfortable. And then I started thinking, I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, maybe Pennywise is pulling her in. I was like, maybe that was the influence. But no, she's just a little girl who very naively, she's just like, this is my friend. This is somebody I can trust.
That's the kind of relationship they have.
Yeah. And she was like, she told me I can come and talk to her whenever I need to talk to her. So I'm going to go talk to her. Okay. But you just don't walk in her house.
Yeah.
So she goes through the photographs and she sees like all these old pictures of Miss Kirsch and
wait, I just had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
It is possible she could have done it before. She told her, just come on in if the door is open. Because I have a feeling this is not the first time she's been over there. Because she knows where she lives.
No, and I get that part. I guess the rational part of my brain is saying, even though we know Kirsch and Hank Grogan are a thing,
right?
Why would you leave your door just open when a quote unquote serial killer is on the loose? Especially when you have the husband that you have.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It just
I mean,
weird.
come on now. The answer to that question is easy. They have a relationship.
And
you're talking about the clown or serial killer.
No, I'm talking about her just in general. Like if you are in the town of Derry and like everybody is saying, hey, we have this kid killer, even though she's not a kid, we have this kid killer, he's escaped, we don't know where he is. It's one of those things where even if she doesn't think to do it because she already knows where he is, her husband might be like, you need to make sure the door is locked.
Yeah, but he ain't there. He had the butcher shop butchering.
I'm
people, and then in Derry, around that time, everybody's door is unlocked.
Yeah,
nobody liked
it.
They're so close to Canada. People in Canada don't like their doors. I mean, sorry, Canadians, but it's true. Any Canadians that are listening, please direct all emails to HMR Potter.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You go to Miss Aunt too. Absolutely not. But so I don't know. That whole thing was just weird about her being able to go in the house. But then she gets in, she sees the photograph, the photo album. She starts looking through the pictures. She sees old pictures of Miss Kirsch. She sees pictures of what may be her mom, and then she flips the page. She sees a picture of her dad. And I don't think she realizes that it's Miss Kirsch's dad. At first, she just noticed this guy looks a lot like this clown that I just almost got killed by.
Right.
You know, with the smile, and he has the unusually large head, and you know those distinguishing features. And then you see the picture next to it of a young Miss Kirsch with her dad. And then this is when Miss Kirsch actually comes upstairs, and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm sorry. You told me I could come by and the door was open." And she was like, "No, that's fine. I just wasn't expecting anybody." You don't know what she could have been doing. She could have been in the shower, which again, if she was doing all that stuff, her door should have been fucking locked. But
yeah,
you just don't know what's going on. So she comes in and she looks at Lily. Lily already looks spooked because she's spooked by the fact that she's seen the picture with Kirsch's dad. So she's asking her, like, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" And she was like, "Yeah, I didn't know where else to go. We went down into the sewers and it was a mess. And, you know, Teddy was actually, Maddie was actually dead." And she didn't say it, but she inferred that Miss Kirsch understood. Gives her a hug. And then this is when it really starts getting creepy, because even the way she's hugging her, she's like, "Oh, it's okay. You're safe." I was like, she looks really weird doing that. It wasn't just a comforting hug. It was borderline creepy at that point. And then Lily sees behind her, and there's a picture of her dad in the Pennywise costume. So she kind of steps back, and Miss Kirsch realizes she's seen the picture, and she says, "You've seen him." I said, "Oh, here we go. Here we go. The descent into madness. What fuckery are they about to pull out their ass now?" Because at this point, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, she knows Pennywise. We kind of knew that from the start of the first, the start of the episode, but I didn't know where it was going to go. This woman, she's like, "Yeah, you saw him." Well, and she starts talking crazy. She was like, I had to do what I needed to do in order to see him. And I knew that I should have known you would be the one to bring him out." I was looking at her like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And then she starts putting things together. Wait, that was you in the graveyard, because she sees Miss Kirsch's old clown uniform, the one that we saw in the other episode. I was just like, how is this about to go?
Yeah. And then she says something like, "He's in there. I just need to get him out."
I need to get him out.
And that was the thing I was talking about when I watched it on the second viewing, because the first viewing, when she was talking about Pennywise and that's her dad and stuff, I was like, oh, she is really gone.
Yeah.
Then I really paid attention to her the second viewing, and she said, "He's a little different, but he's still there." And I just knew maybe if he saw me as his periwinkle, if I remind him of the bond that we had, then I would be able to help him. I would be able to get him out. And I was like, oh, she thinks her dad is trapped, which technically speaking, he probably is.
Technically.
Yeah.
But
they either get eaten or they float.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is he still has his memory, and I guess kind of his essence, because she said she could feel it. And that's probably on purpose.
She said she
No. What I'm saying is Pennywise, once Pennywise identified who she was, because later in the episode, we see
when he's looking
for that confrontation, she's like, "Papa." He starts laughing, and then he uses that later on to kind of draw her in.
He realizes who she is.
Yeah, maybe he's still using that to influence her. Yeah.
Or he just reaches into her memories like he do everybody else.
Or that.
Yeah.
It is just like, oh, let me see what's in your head. Why are you looking at me like this? Oh, and he sees it sees all the stuff about her dad, and it makes a connection.
But if he killed
I
her
don't,
dad, then he would have dad's memories too.
not necessarily.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think that's how it works.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's so crazy because she starts talking and she starts telling Lily the story about what happened. So we go back to the hospital. We see her and Mabel. Pennywise actually comes to them and starts talking to Mabel. And he was like, oh, and you brought a friend. And when she says Papa, he starts laughing. Then he gets ready to attack them. They take off running. Now, they get separated because, of course, she's a grown-up. She's running a little bit faster than the little girl.
Yeah, and she did the trip. Yeah.
She does the trip that everybody does. You running for your life, you just trip and fall. She trips and falls. Miss Kirsch is on one side of the door. Mabel is on the other side, and the door, of course, closes. You have Pennywise come up, and Kirsch is begging him to leave the little girl alone. And you hear him start to eat. Like, literally, I did not need to hear that.
And it's very sad because it's crunch, crunch, and then blood. And you're because crunch, 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 and blood, and then you get up and lose your damn mind.
Maybe I think her mind was already lost.
What helped her break.
Right? Her mind was already gone.
Because what the hell? Ain't no way I'm seeing a child, I can't get to him, something, and then something eats the child.
Yeah, and then there's blood on the floor.
I'm not out.
Right. Right. And then when you stand up, who was on the other side of the door? Your father.
Yeah.
Like, he literally changed into what her father was, and she really thought that was her dad. He was talking to her. He was like, it's me. Open the door so you can see. I was like, bitch.
That's for Bill Skarsgård for being amazing. Because I would never, like, if I just wasn't a movie fan and I just didn't know what actors look like, I wouldn't think that was Bill Skarsgård. Like, he transforms his whole everything. Transforms. It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
But she continues telling Lily the story. She was like, she said it was still my father, maybe just a little different. Bitch, he ate a child. How different can you get? But she was like, he's just a little bit different. But I knew that if I could see him again, I could help him. And she's literally in the hospital and she sees the balloon outside the window and she's thinking all this time, how can I get him to come back? How can I get him to come back? And so the first time I watched this, I was thinking, I was like, okay, so she's been planning all this all along. And then when I watched it again today, I don't think that's the case. I think her being a mentor to Lily, I think that was genuine to a point. Now, the fact that she works in the hospital and that's where she first encountered Pennywise, I think maybe that's why she took a liking to Lily a little bit more, because she was like, oh, Lily might be one of the people that can
see my dad.
This guy.
Yeah.
But I think for a part, she was genuine with Lily, because even when Lily says, don't hurt me, she said, oh, I would never let anything hurt you.
Not you, but your friends, fuck them kids.
Right. I would never hurt you, but your friends.
Your friends are fair game. They're fair game.
Well, she said it though.
She did.
Without saying it.
I think she was sincere with Lily. And then I think up to a certain point, she was sincere about Hank, because I don't think she was even I don't know if I feel like she was even thinking about the whole Pennywise thing when her and Hank was messing around, because remember, they were messing around the night the kids got killed. So the whole thing at the end of the episode where the police chief says, oh, we know where Hank Grogan is. We had an anonymous tip from a woman. I was like, oh, you know what? That was her, because what did she tell Lily? Now, especially now that she knows that Pennywise is there, she was like, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to set him free. And I know how I can do that. And I was like, you know what?
Let's see where this is going. But
Right.
also, when they show her, like, after little girl dies or whatever, and she is in the hospital, and there's another kid that's like flipping out, and you see the balloon go by the window. I feel like at that point is where she realized, like, you know what? Maybe if I get this kid down there in the basement, maybe he'll eat that kid and come back again, or like, 'cause she was just staring at the balloon, but it was the kid there, and I was like,
and she was smiling, like
decided,
like she had an aha moment when she saw that balloon. Like, oh wait,
I felt like she was like, these children, they might be worth something after all.
I'm not completely convinced that this wasn't. Okay. I'm not going to say the black spot was part of her plan, but I'm sure she was trying to think of ways to pivot her relationship with Grogan to lead to this point. The black spot just happens to be real convenient for it. But I feel like at some point she would have set him up, because he is a black man fooling with a white woman. And you obviously, the butcher is involved. So
maybe she was gonna like out them that they were sleeping together at some point.
Yeah, she was gonna out them at some point. And I think that it just so happened everything fell into place.
Because
for her for the black spot.
Right.
But I think at some point she was gonna out him, and there was gonna be a lynch mob.
Right. Because see, I was thinking about that, like, when
if Penny was asleep, would you think she would do that still?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think she would have. But I think she had a feeling he was there. She just didn't know how to get to him.
Yeah. Right. And I think that's what she was figuring out when she was sitting there with Lily, because Lily was like, yeah, we've seen him. He came after us. He's taking the children. Like, once she knew, she was like, oh, okay. So he's here. Now I got to figure out how to do this, because my thing was, I was thinking, if Hank had not mentioned Charlotte to her and said, hey, I know somebody who can help, would she still have been on that trajectory? Like, the only reason why she knew where he was because they reached out to Charlotte. Charlotte got him somewhere safe. And she had something that she could now use, because nobody else knew that she knew. You know?
But I'm just saying, like, up until Phil and Teddy and I guess Susie were killed, they were having a relationship. So had that not happened, the trajectory still could have been she was going to create this lynch mob and chaos, because she has to know that's what, if she has been around long enough to know that he has a cycle. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I don't know if she...
Yeah.
I don't know if she would put it together in that way.
Not in that way, but in a way that she would know that she could bait him out.
Well, like, not that he has a cycle, but she probably did notice that when stuff started happening to the children again, that this has happened before. You know, like back in the day with the little girl, and I'm sure there was other kids outside the in Derry that were just going missing or whatever. And she was like, and then when it started happening, like, heavily just kids getting killed for no damn reason, it probably did click to her that, hey, this was happening the last time. You know, because I don't know that she knows specifically it's a cycle and every 27 years he comes back, but she noticed probably the pattern of children.
It's the pattern.
Yeah. But she was going to have that affair. It has nothing to do with Pennywise.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Oh, you met her husband?
I did, but I also know her too.
Yeah, but I think that that was just pleasure. Now
that was pleasure. Then when the kids got killed, she's like,
right, and then it's like, oh, and now this can help me. and Lily is saying that she's seeing him and I'm following these kids around, oh yeah, I'm putting him in danger.
Yeah, because if you think about it,
we'll just agree to disagree, and maybe
she was trying to have some fun. I'm just like
she just likes danger. She likes to flirt with danger in dangerous situations. So
because it makes
she
her
doesn't
feel
even
alive.
think that dealing with Pennywise is dangerous. She thinks that's her dad for real. So she doesn't think it's danger.
She thinks her dad
has been taken.
Yeah, and needs to be helped out. She knows that thing eats children.
Right, but that's just the case.
She thinks her dad's in there somewhere and she can get him out.
Right, but you know what? I mean, it's just kids.
For her, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
We'll just agree to this.
Because
that got nothing to do with getting some
Hank, because the way I feel like whatever she had with Hank was genuine on her part until she factored her dad in, because it's like, okay, I might love this, I might like this man, I might even love this man, but do I love him more than I want to see my father alive again? And I think at that point she made a decision. She was like, oh, so maybe if I cause some kind of chaos, maybe if I do this, it'll happen. Now, I don't know.
See, I don't trust her. I don't think that she is a genuine person except to Lily, but even that was still colored by her own motivations. So I don't know if anything about this woman is genuine. I really don't.
I mean, now, no, but before,
no, I mean, even
before
the whole way
disappeared, whatever
the whole way she's been operating, I don't think anything she has done has been genuine.
You don't think so? Okay.
No.
I mean,
I can see that.
Think about it. In 1935, she started feeding children.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I can see that as far as the kids. But I'm like, Michelle, if you're thinking about just her being an adult, I think Hank just happened to be an opportunity that dropped in her lap. But I think at first it was just fun. It was an escape from her husband. It was something she was doing for herself. And then when everything started happening, she started being like, okay, I might.
Maybe she felt like he gonna die.
This woman ain't got a genuine bone in her body. I don't understand why y'all giving her all this credit. She doesn't.
You sound like one of them men that call women females. Shut up.
She feeds children to it. She feeds children. There's nothing genuine about her.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing about her and Lily that kind of bothers me is like, she saw what happened to the first baby. And I feel like after she realized she was going to see her dad again, that baby that they showed in that little clip of her seeing the balloon outside, that baby that was freaking out, she was going to take that baby too and feed that baby to it, you know?
Yeah, imagine if Lily had been in the hospital one more time. She'd have been escorted down to the basement too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what did she say? Now I will say maybe not, because she did talk to when she talked to her about Maddie being back. She did tell her
don't go down
to the
there.
Police.
Yeah.
And
telling her don't go down there.
Don't go down there, go to the police. She did tell her that.
Yeah.
So I will say that maybe she does have a care for Lily.
But she's like, your friends can go.
Right.
right. Your friends can go, but you don't go.
You don't go, but your friends can go.
She said, I told you not to go down there. She was like, but my friends.
And maybe
she just looked at her.
Put Lily in the place of like Mabel, because it seemed like she had a decent little something with Mabel. Mabel trusted her. Maybe she put her like in her mind that was her Mabel again. You know what I mean?
I was thinking a little bit of that too. I was thinking along the line that she sees herself in Lily.
Probably. Because
because of what happened to her father.
Because of the father thing. She even brings that up. She was like, you should understand, like if you had an opportunity to see your dad again, wouldn't you? And Lily was like, my dad is dead.
Probably if he hadn't tried to like fillet her with pickles, she probably would want to see him again.
That is true. If he was a whole person.
Like, who would want to see? I wouldn't want to see him no more after that.
And especially after you just saw him again and your dad's at school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, but
I wish they would stop that.
But at least we see, because for everything that they keep saying about Lily, oh, she's crazy, loony Lily Bainbridge, blah blah blah. Even Ronnie calling her crazy or whatever.
Ronnie was mad.
She was mad, but listen, Lily has some sense at least, because she's like, okay, look, yes, I miss my dad, I love my dad, but no, I'm not about to do whatever to bring him back. He's dead, he's done. And what did she tell Lily? She said, well, you know what they say about Derry, things that die here don't stay dead. Bitch, if you don't go somewhere. I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told Anthony the other day. I know I said I was gonna stop cussing on the podcast so much. It's not gonna be with this show. I'm just gonna let y'all know that now. It's not.
Dina was shouting out Bill Skarsgård. I want to shout out Madeline Stowe.
Yeah,
she is an amazing actress.
She still look good too. She still look good.
Yes.
And she makes those little subtle changes.
Yeah.
Like you can see her go from sweet, caring, kind friend to like unhinged.
Yeah.
and it's just the subtle changes she makes. She's really, really good.
Yeah.
And then Michelle and I, we spent a lot of time. I was trying to figure out how old she was.
Like in her 60s, right?
She got to be in her 50s.
No, it's got to be 60s.
60s?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the character, Kirsch?
No, I'm talking about Madeline. Madeline got to be.
No, I'm talking about the character. We know she's not in her 50s.
Yeah, we know
I love her, but she's not in
almost 7.
But
yeah, because I was wondering that too, because I think Anthony and I were talking about Hank and Kirsch when we went to trivia this week, and I was like, I think we had the conversation when we were trying to figure out who the white woman was when he first told about it. We were talking about, well, it could be this person, it could be that person, and I don't remember if it was Anthony or if it was Michelle. One of y'all said, well, they don't necessarily have to be the same age in this day and age. In the 1960s, somebody could, it could be older, could be young.
That was Michelle.
Yeah. So I was like, because I'm thinking Hank Grogan maybe in his late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
She got her character just based on the timeline, because if she is the same clown that we saw at the carnival in 1908, and she looked like
maybe 6, 7.
She had to be like maybe 10, 11 at that point.
Oh, she was older. Okay. I couldn't remember what she looked like.
I would say she was probably maybe about 12, 13, somewhere. But even if that's the case, you're talking 54 years later, right? 1908, 62. Yeah.
54 years later.
So you're talking, she got to be close to 70.
Yep.
Yeah. Because even though they married young, the husband was old, that don't mean she had to be old, but she's clearly older. Because she was looking like she was at least 28, 30 in that flashback,
So I was wondering too. I was like, okay, so does the fact that she's not scared of Pennywise, and if she was helping him, like we're just speculating she was feeding children to him. We don't know that for a fact, okay? But if she was doing something like that, if she was taking children to him with the hopes of seeing her dad again, could that be slowing down her aging process? Because she doesn't look like she's close to 70. She doesn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she's got good genes.
Okay, let me do the calculation.
I don't think so. And if you don't think that she ain't take no more children down to that basement,
I'm just playing devil's
you trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt.
And what year is this?
This is 1962.
54 years. And what was she in 1908?
She had to be at least.
I thought she was like 8 or 9.
Oh no!
But
no,
I go say like
she had to
11,
be like
12.
I would say maybe 12. I would.
Oh no! I was gonna give you like 4th grade. That's 9 or 8.
9 or 10,
8, 9,
8 to 9.
9 or 10. Okay, but we know she's somewhere in that age range.
62.
So she'll be like early 60s or late 50s. with
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
So that tracks.
And that does because her husband is that old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he could definitely be older than her because it could be one of those young old marriages. But I really feel like she's closer to his age.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So they're in their 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a little old Levin, but I'm just saying.
I mean, ain't nobody judging. All that we judging
But wait a minute, but
is the consequences.
Ronnie's dad gotta be
I feel like Hanako said, he's about
that's
30.
what I'm saying. He got to be like, I would say late 30s, early 40s.
right. She was having fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, did she just go to the movies one day and happen to see him? He happened to see her when nobody else there.
And they start talking.
A little winky wink, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, think about it.
A genuine bone in her body.
Before all of this happened, I mean, if you think about it, the way that the townspeople, like even in the first episode when they were at the movies, people were, I don't know if I want to say respectful of him, but he wasn't a bad guy. Like, again, the cops that were sitting outside his house, they were like, you really, one of them was like, but Hank, like, you really think it's him? So it's not like he was just, they just like, oh yeah. No, it's just, they probably were friendly with each other. I mean, like her husband said to Charlotte when she first got there, he was like, small town, everybody knows everybody. They probably knew each other for a long time. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's her name? Would you say her name was?
Which one?
Miss Kirsch on the closed captions. Anthony, you said it's
Ingrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably really friendly, and who knows when this stuff with her husband started. Her husband may not have always been an ass to her.
And I just thought about something. She might not have started that thing with Hank until Maddie got taken. And that might have cued her. That might be how she knew it was starting again. Because, since it was 4 months between us meeting the other kids and Maddie's, whatever happened to Maddie, right? Maybe
but then that goes back to Anthony's theory or assumption that she just ain't been right the whole time.
Because they immediately start looking at Hank because he was at the movie theater and all that stuff. So they was immediately looking at him anyway. Because I feel like they had mentioned that before the theater thing, the big theater thing happened. I feel like they were already
they already had got him and questioned him about
about Maddie because he was at the theater. And so that would have actually she had to start it right about then.
Yeah,
that would probably prove that she had set him up. She was setting him up because she was like, "Oh, it's time. It's time.
It's time."
Let me tell you.
Because if anything, she could have been planning to do something in the theater.
That's true.
And she needed him to do that.
That is true. A theater full of people. Just being watching the Music Man. I can never watch that musical now because nope.
That was traumatizing. But the other interesting thing is the fact that she really was taking the information that Lily was giving her to try to find her dad, because we find out that she was the one that was in the cemetery the night that they tried to call the spirit. It wasn't actually Pennywise that they brought, or maybe it
was Pennywise,
but she was there.
She was there.
She was there, and she's the clown that Will got the picture of inside the crypt.
Which makes sense because none of the pictures of Pennywise were blank.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't in them. But the one picture that she was in, she was still there.
Yeah. And then all of the pictures that they took of the images of Phil and
the ghosts,
and Teddy and
all of the pictures of it, because all of that was it.
Well, I'm saying also to them, it looked like they're friends.
Yeah.
I did wonder why the wig was so weird in the pictures. I just thought maybe it was distorted because of the camera. But
Yeah,
it makes but now that you see it's just her crazy wig that
her
y'all
wig.
know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was cute. I don't know. These clowns, who thought these clowns were great? Like these are the worst looking clowns I've ever seen in my life.
If I was a kid, I mean, even as an adult, no.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing close that I have come to seeing a clown that was kind of sort of on that spooky spectrum was have you guys heard of Puddles the
Yeah.
clown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen a
Because
Yeah.
Puddle show live. That
he looks
was
like Terrifier. He looks like that clown from Terrifier.
Ah.
so yeah, but
Oh, I did a podcast with Gary on his show, a podcast of Amontillado, where we talked about clowns.
you
And
sure did.
it's really good.
Did you guys talk
I'm
about
gonna listen.
Pennywise? Because I think I only listened to
Yes.
like half of that one,
Yeah, I
and
think
then
we
I
did.
had to go work. But
Yeah, we did. We talked about the Terrifier clown. Yeah.
see, I don't even know what that clown looks like. Like I hear enough
Dumb
people
too.
talk about Terrifier. I'm like, anytime I see anything that mentions it, I turn away. I'm like, I think that's a little
I
bit
haven't watched
outside of
any of
my
them either.
wheelhouse.
So if you're listening, go check it out. Podcast of Amontillado.
Mm-hmm,
It's really
mm-hmm.
good.
I'll link it in the show notes. But okay, so we're gonna wrap up on Miss Curse because we spent a lot of time talking about her. But basically, yeah, she got issues.
Yeah.
And Lily is now realizing that. And I feel so bad for her because she has the artifact with her again. She's keeping the artifact with her like this thing is
My precious.
yeah, like her precious. So when Miss Kirsch tries to grab her, hug her, comfort her again, she cuts her on the hand and she runs out the house. And Miss Kirsch actually tries to grab her and she leaves a bloody handprint on Lily's shirt. But Lily is riding her bike down the street and she just lets out this howl. And I felt so bad for this baby. Because I was like, she can't catch a fucking break. Right now, her friends are not around her. The one person she trusted has turned out to be a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Her mom ain't never there because mom is trying to work to support them. Dad is gone. I just feel so bad for this little girl. And it's like, then she's sitting in the episode with the things that Pennywise said to her in her head. Oh, you're such a good, you keep bringing me people because you're such a good friend, but you're such a bad dog. Like she is living with this rent free in her head to the point
Which is
where
why I think she's also not giving up that dagger is because she probably doesn't have it while she's holding the dagger.
Yeah.
Like it's probably, blocking out Pennywise's effects.
Yeah.
While she's
It could
holding
be. It could be, yeah.
Like my thing is we need to chop some pieces off and make everybody like a supernatural medallion or talisman or something. Like what are we doing?
So I don't understand. Like Anthony said, like, why did we leave chunks of this thing in the earth? Why didn't y'all take more? I mean, she wouldn't know this, of course, but yeah, you know what? Y'all are right. That kid does look a little bit older. So she might be like maybe 12, 13 in the picture.
The one of
Kirsch when she was little, and she was with her dad. Yeah.
Okay. I just couldn't remember how old she looked.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, even when she's in the classroom, she's spaced out. And then when she goes to open her desk to get her textbook, she sees that image of her dad.
I will never forgive them for what they have done to Pickles.
Right. Right. I have not had a pickle since that episode.
Oh yeah, because we've had trivia and you didn't want any fried pickles.
I was just the fried pickles I can do, but I'm like one of those people that used to go to the store and buy the big dill pickle, or I buy a jar of pickles. I can't right now.
I'm not gonna stop eating pickles because they're my favorite, but like
the visual is I gotta give it a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months because no.
I'm also curious about its powers because the talisman or whatever you want to call it started glowing.
Yeah.
in the classroom.
Oh,
because
okay.
So she
probably
picked it up off the
protecting
floor.
her.
Because you know, like, so when it was all a whole whatever cage or whatever it was around it, whoever put those markings on it when they shipped them out and sent them away or whatever they did,
Mm-hmm.
those I feel like if that's part of what was keeping him is that power. I don't think it really has anything to do with the actual material itself. It's just whatever those runes are that's
Yeah.
keeping him.
In the
Yeah.
in the book, didn't it call itself Eater of Worlds?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I remember something about that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's
which
crazy.
is right, which is crazy.
Right.
Physically
But-
eater of worlds.
But yeah, I wonder if it glowed because she manifested that vision, and the shard was like, nope, we're gonna keep him away. We're gonna keep him away.
Oh, she didn't manifest that vision.
Well,
It
you know what I
manifested.
mean. Like he brought it to her, but because it was him,
Oh.
and that's what it was. I think it was, trying to.
I don't think
get
you.
to
I don't
where-
think it was trying to protect her. I think it just reacts to its presence.
Yeah.
I don't think it actively does protecting. I think it just
Yeah.
glows.
Okay. It
when
glows.
when it's
Yeah.
But
Like the ring glows whenever the Nazgul and all them are all.
Bible say and
yes.
the dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But when she saw that, now I will say this. I understand the adults are under some kind of influence or whatever, but all of these adults who are showing no compassion to this girl, who are showing no kind of understanding, like she obviously is freaking out about something that she sees on her desk, and the teacher is like, Lily Brainbridge, you sit down, right? Do you not see that this child is freaking out? Is it not like in you to go to her and say, Lily, are you okay? You know what this child has been through. She lost her dad. She
They
lost
don't. I'm about to say
They
the adult, let me tell you, the adults and the way that they are with these kids, and again, I understand if they're under some influence, but even just the teacher, just not having any compassion. What? And then she gets mad because Lily walks out the classroom. I would too. I probably would have slapped you once when I was
on the way out.
Yeah, but they didn't have no real like compassion. They used to beat kids with meter sticks.
I know.
And stuff back then. They didn't care.
I know. I remember them days.
No, rap on your with the stick.
Moving on, since we're talking about slapping folks.
Who you want to slap, girl? Who you want to slap?
Let's talk about motherfucking Leroy.
Leroy Jenkins.
I need Leroy to pull himself together too.
Okay. But let me just tell y'all, you wouldn't, I get it. Black folks, we always, because of how we were all raised, we all come up with the corporal punishment thing and be like, these children need their butt beat. We always saying that as Black folks. But the amount of people who felt like Will deserved to be slapped in that situation, like I get it, he was mouthing off, but like also,
he was telling the truth.
This stuff this boy is going through, him and his friends are going through. These kids are dying. It's not like this ain't a game for him. Like he treating Will like he playing games.
Right.
This kid is traumatized, and so you are now on that end where you're seeing what he's going through, and you're getting that riled up that you just smacking your kid around because you're so angry about what happened to you. But what do you think he's freaking going through? He's a child.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that made me mad because people online like, hey, they should have slapped him again and all this stuff. And I'm like,
no, because I mean, literally, he was telling the truth.
He said the truth.
He was like, "You want me to just stay in here and hide while my friends are in danger? I'm not going to do that." And I mean, on the one hand, I understand what Leroy is saying because you're a child. What are you going to do? Like he has that. You're a child. There's nothing you can do. You need to let me handle it. I'm the grown up. I get that part.
He can't do nothing either.
But he's right, and he is, and then Phil has witnessed what he does with his help, right? Like his power. He done killed his friend because he ain't got
part. Because
And
guess
the
what?
thing,
Will and his friends walked out of that sewer all alive. And it was
right.
because they were together and they were helping each other. So, yeah, when I say Leroy was getting on my nerves in this episode,
Man.
and then when Will was telling him, he was like, it's gotten to you.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, nah, this is just me.
And then
No,
you're
it's
going to
not.
tell
Not when you.
Charlotte
Not when
later
you hitting your
on.
kid.
Then you're going to tell Charlotte later on, it's just, all this stuff that happened in the sewer. That's not me. That's not me. Bruh, you basically saying what your son already said.
Yeah.
But also, again, the thing that we have to think about, the whole thing with him not having the fear. So he is coming across as anger.
Yeah.
I get it. But sheltering your child, first of all, you're already withholding stuff from them. You know what I'm saying? And granted, you in the military, I get it. That's your priority, because he pissed me off with that too when he was talking to Charlotte. But this is your priority, whatever. Your first priority needs to be towards your son.
Yeah.
Because one, now you know this thing is targeting children.
Right.
You know your son is in the crosshairs.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like several times he done almost died because of this thing. And you mad? No, like I don't know. I had so much PTSD. I was like, oh my God, I was so mad. What this guy? It's almost like grown people don't. There's some things I think kids obviously should be disciplined for, but kids do not need to be hit and smacked around because you're angry. That is something you do not beat children over.
And they also don't need to be hit and smacked around when they are aware of the situation that's going on.
Yeah. Like you see what's happening. Yeah.
Right. It's not like he told you something that was untrue. And also, he's doing what you told him to do.
Yeah.
You told me that what did he say? The sign of being a man is having friends and doing what you can to help them out, whatever. He was like, I have friends now. Think about the way he said it. I have friends now. He didn't have friends before. I have friends now, and my friends need me.
Remember when they first came, he was talking to Charlotte about it? He was complaining about him not being more like him or not being,
And that is actually what the problem is, because no, he shouldn't have hit him in anger. Well, what he did is not equal punishment to being hit like that. So
not
either
like
way, if people agreed on that,
he put him on the ground. That was a little much.
That was. And you're doing it not because you just mad that you shot your friend.
Right.
And your son called you out on it.
Right. But if they had a better relationship, it could have worked. It could have been different when that happened. Mm-hmm. Because then Will can be like, Dad, you losing control. I think he has gotten to you. But because they're not connected, like, he's going to have to repair this later.
Yeah.
And that's what Charlotte told him.
Right. Because you don't have, he's closer to his mom because you don't listen to him. He didn't want to go fishing. He finally got some friends. You don't really know what he likes. You're not listening to him. Mm-hmm. Y'all both seen some crazy shit the last couple of days.
Right.
So can we sit down and fill mom in and tell her, like, I understand, son. Maybe we can get your friends to spend the night over here.
That right.
And then I'll figure something out for us.
Away from Derry.
You want to protect your friends. Let me go with you. We bring them over here. Let's have a slumber party.
Right. Because that's the other thing that pissed me off when he told Charlotte, you need to stay out of this because you don't know what's going on. That's part of the problem.
That's
part of the problem.
Because there is a crazy looking clown that turn into things, and you don't feel the need. It's coming after the kids.
But and it's coming after your kids. Because that's the one thing. Like, if it was something,
and you know that it is,
that was trapped on base, and it was like the army had control over it, maybe. But this ain't something that the army got control over. This is something in our town, under our home.
Right.
attacking our children, and you
What
just
she
thought
say?
she
You
shouldn't
you
know
locked
that?
us in. You locked us in the cage. Was that
Yeah,
Right.
you put us in the cage with the monster. He was like, "Well, I didn't know."
But when you found out, you still didn't do shit about it.
Right, and
Except for move them
we
off the
still not
bed.
having the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Or even just telling her, like, he was like, "You don't understand, Charlotte. This thing got in my mind. It changed itself. It was, because I think he's telling her, but he's also telling her in a way that she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're not having I understand this is not the time to have a calm, rational discussion, but you got to do better than what you're doing, because
he packing up, bro.
Yeah.
Right. She's like, I'm gonna go help it. Oh, by the way, yes, I'm helping the escaped quote unquote murderer. And you can feel however you want to feel about it. But this is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna take your son and we're going back to Shreveport with or without you.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, when he tried to talk to her and he was telling her, he was like, look, I'm just messed up in my mind about Polly. And she went to go hug him. I was like, okay, maybe this is the start. And then he was like, I'm doing so much to try to protect this country. She backed up.
Because we don't went back to the country. Why are you
we
not? Who is lying to you right? Like,
and you literally just
straight what you
him slapped your son.
Yeah.
And he ran out. And you worry about the country right now?
You need to worry about your son.
Because my thing is, so this is the thing that would have really like made me be like, okay, maybe I need to retire early. You got a man telling you that there's this thing out here that if we get a hold of it, it's so powerful that we can control the whole Cold War.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't give you some kind of pause. Like, I don't understand why that alone did not give him pause. They're talking about something that puts so much fear in people that it can stop a whole war from happening.
Right.
But then you tried that same shit with Vic, where he's like, you need to get yourself together to help protect this country.
Listen,
man,
he was like,
get the fuck out of here with that. But yeah, he was like, we do what we can to protect this country. So
like, whatever.
You need to do your duty to your country. Like,
right. What? So you know what? If you got to talk to the ghost to find out where this is, and the ghost got to come in, you just got to do it one time, and then you can lock them back away in the box. They said, well, what if I can't do that? I was like, you know what, Leroy, you starting to get on my nerves.
No, he been got on my nerves
in the worst way
since day one.
Because you were not. First of all, you are in the military, and I've never been in the military, but my dad was in the military. I know a lot of people in the military, and I see what the military does, publicly. You best believe that general ain't telling him all the truth.
Right.
He was telling them everything.
Right. That's what he told him wasn't enough for me to want to. I wouldn't want to have nothing to do with that, because it just doesn't sound right.
And again, going back to the whole plan when they went to 29 Neibolt Street, you're talking about going to retrieve these 13 artifacts and moving them closer to cage him. You didn't have enough manpower to do that. So something you are saying is not right.
No, not anymore.
But you just don't believe what they're telling you, because, and I don't know if this has to do with ego. I don't know if it's because, oh, okay, well, I'm the only person who can do this. So, they're letting me in on this top secret mission, whatever, classified mission, whatever. Dude, your son has almost died several times over, including once by your own hand. Yeah. I think you need to say, fuck the military at this point and figure out what the fuck is going on in Derry and get your kid out of
it and go.
Right. Because at this point,
put in an order to be moved.
Or not even that. Y'all so dead set on finding this entity. Go AWOL, because guess what? The further they get away from Derry, they're gonna forget about Pennywise. They might forget why you went AWOL. you will be fine. That's true. You will be fine.
You'll be fine.
Your son and your wife will be safe. But right now, all three of y'all are on Pennywise's radar at this point. Even if he hasn't come after Charlotte, Charlotte has her hands in enough pots that she's going to get pulled into it somehow. Pennywise has already disguised itself as her. Then she's fully involved in this Hank Grogan thing, which we see by the end of this episode is about to go to shit.
Yeah, and she actually saw the cop's face change when Pennywise. So she's actually seen him and just didn't realize what it was.
Right.
And if Leroy would just listen to himself, like I killed my best friend is dead. I almost killed my son.
Yeah.
Dude, and you saw the thing change into your wife.
And then after you shot it in the head, it still woke up and went.
Yeah, and swim away.
Just listen to your own self.
It's time to go. It's time to go. Derry is not the place to make roots.
I'm like, Dick, man, you better get out of here with that bullshit.
Let me tell you.
Poor Dick, he done been through it.
Dick at this point.
Dick and Lily, they have been through it.
They have been through it, and both of them are done. Lily is letting out the howl of all howls, and Dick is literally telling his commander officer, "Fuck you! I don't care what you say.
You better get out of here.
Out. Get out. Because how you come? This man has been missing for a day. You come in." And he tells you, you're like, what's going on? You were in the tunnels for a day. He was like, well, this thing I got, it allows me to see things from a young age. This man just told you he'd been seeing dead people since he was 9 years old. That it was so bad.
Yeah.
He had to lock them away in an imaginary box in his head.
Yeah. And he's so beat up now, he can't even get them back in the box.
It came and just ripped that top right on off.
And laughed while it did it.
That's what the eyes doing it.
And you want to sit here and be like, okay, well, do you see him now? Yeah, they in here. There's a couple of them in here. Well, can you talk to him? No, because if I talk to him, he said, as long as I shut up, don't say nothing, they don't even notice I'm here. But if I were to say anything, it would be like noise. And again, going back to our comparisons, I have a feeling like if you watched Umbrella Academy, when Klaus is off his drugs, all of the ghosts are coming to him and they're talking to him. And I feel like that's what Dick goes through if he allows that to happen.
It's like that. It's like in Ghost, when Whoopi Goldberg's character, when her powers manifested, she talked to one. Next thing you know,
it was like
they all
like, oh, you want to have conversations with us? Okay, let me tell you what's going on with me. Okay, let me tell you what I need you to do. It's too much. And then for somebody with his kind of abilities, I don't even want to imagine what that's like. And then for you to have the unmitigated gall to be like, well, you can just do it once. You got to do it for your country. I mean, because first and foremost, you are an airman.
Airman first class.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that bullshit. He said, get the fuck out of here. He said, get the fuck out of here with that.
And rightfully so. Because just because your ass ain't scared, don't mean the rest of us ain't. The rest of us got good sense.
Or just like you, sometimes you gotta question orders. Like, what is wrong with you? How are you not questioning orders at this point?
And I love that line where he says, General Shaw's calling him.
And go lick his boots.
Your boot licker. You can't talk to me like that. I just did. I was laughing. I said, you know what? He deserves it. Because he really is not looking at this with his eyes open. And I don't know if it's that whole thing with the brain damage that's just making him that detached. I'm sure that's part of it. But some of it, I also feel like there's a bit of arrogance with Leroy. That, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna take care of it. Oh, we're gonna move away from the house. We're gonna be on base, and that thing is not gonna bother you. I promise, bruh.
You can't make those
town of Derry, Maine, do not make promises you can't keep. Period. Point blank.
Yeah,
because you don't even know what you're making promises about.
Right, you don't know anything.
But I guess whatever crash he had where he almost died. they say stuff like that changes your life, changes your outlook.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that combined with the brain damage is making him like this.
And I wouldn't doubt it, but and I mean, I can even understand it. That don't mean I got to like it. That don't mean I'm not gonna give him shit about it. You being an ass right now, and your family is in danger,
Mm-hmm.
and you worried about the wrong thing. Oh, we're gonna do what we got to do for the military because that's what they told us to do.
Yeah,
I think Dick was trying to get locked up. I think he was trying to get locked up.
maybe so he wouldn't have to do it anymore.
Right.
Like, because if he's available, they're gonna make him go back out there.
But I also think they're not gonna lock him up for that specific reason
They need
because
him.
he's too valuable a resource for them.
Yeah, which is
So he's stuck.
terrible.
And again, like, we don't know what it was that he did to put those things in that box, but also he was 9 when he did it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a grown man now. He's had other experiences. He's had life experiences. He might not be able to, when you're 9, your life experience is so limited.
Yeah,
that it was probably easier for him to focus. Like, okay, I don't want to deal with these things. I'm gonna put them in this box and I'm gonna keep it locked up. But now you got so much other stuff going on, and not only that, you have this real fear about what this thing is because you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
How are you supposed to focus enough to do that?
Man, it's not gonna let you focus enough.
He gonna have to leave Derry.
It feels like, oh, he's trying to lock him up again. Nah.
Right.
I like where you are right now.
And then on top of all of that, he goes to the black spot, which is the place that he secured for his friends.
Yep.
He goes to try to get him some drink and some relaxation. And y'all got an outlaw
hanging out.
He did. He said, no.
He was like, and when Hank was like, I'll be quiet. I'll just stay back here in the room. He said,
like, this ain't a magic room.
He said, you're going to bring down a lot of trouble on us. Yeah. And I was like, yep. Because we talked about it and we see what happens towards the end of the episode. Because again, somebody done tipped off the cops.
Or we know who that
ex-cop. Right. And at this point, you got all your friends in this little juke joint. Y'all are having a good time. Y'all are partying. Y'all are singing. The kids, Will, Marge, and Richie, they've come in because they want to talk to Ronnie. Because again, they had their big blow up earlier. Ronnie is like, we're not going back down there. You almost got us killed.
I'm staying with my daddy. She
was like, I'm not doing none of this because that little argument she and Lily had. I mean, she went off. She was like, look, I wish you'd never come to my house. She said, because if y'all hadn't come to my house, we wouldn't have been in that theater and my dad wouldn't be on the run. Lily was like, you got it easy. She said, you were up in the booth. You didn't have to see them. Yeah. I saw what happened to them. Yeah. I was the only one that came out of there alive. So
and she felt guilty about Maddie on top of that.
Right. So
she has a lot of
yeah.
But I also
and
get
for her, she's like, if we can kill this thing, if it's scared of this thing and we can kill it, all of us can sleep. All of us will be better. And I'm sorry with everything that she's gone through, it don't seem that crazy a plan to me.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you can either go try to kill that thing or you can let that thing make you crazy to death or actually kill you, eat you. And again, she has seen what that looks like.
What it looks like, yeah. No, I get that. I do get where Ronnie was coming from, though, because Ronnie was like, you convinced us with your anchor and whatever. I forgot the other metaphor. You like, she did kind of like hype them up and like make them feel a certain kind of way, because all of them was like, I don't know if I want to say I'm not an anchor, but I feel like I should be anchoring today. And so I get where Ronnie was coming from, because she did kind of like push them to like, come on guys, we can do this and whatever, because we have this collaborative power of eating what was those things that they ate, anxiety pills or whatever.
Oh,
We have
the
the
Valium.
power and we can do this. And so here she comes again after that crazy. You got us high, took us down there and got us killed almost. So I do understand where Ronnie's coming from. But it's it's all fear. And then like Richie is so smart. He
He is.
said, guys, don't let him push us against each other.
Mm-hmm.
This is
It's
what
Right.
him.
That's what it wants.
What he wants.
This is what he wants. And I'm
Yep.
like,
But my precious.
Right. But the other thing with the kids, before we go back to the juke joint, I feel sorry for Lily too, because she's the only one not paired up at this point. Because Will and Ronnie got this little cute little thing going on, and Rich and Marge have this cute little thing going on. And I think it was so funny because I think Anthony was like, I actually like them together. He was like, I don't usually like kids.
I don't.
Like
Or the whole
earrings and
romance
stuff.
thing.
I don't care for romance stuff, but Marge and Rich,
They make a cute little
Cute.
couple. They were so adorable.
Yeah.
him helping
makes
her
me
with her little
worried.
patch.
Oh, that
It's
scene,
the coolest thing I ever seen.
Right.
baby. But I would have punched him dead in his face when he started licking my bandage. Like,
Yeah, I was like, oh
Again,
god.
see, that's what they did. I was just
Hey.
like, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Weblo. I was Weblo. We
You're
were
a
on the couch. I was
Okay.
Weblo.
Okay.
Shout out.
But the coolest thing with there were two actually like really, really cool moments with the kids in this episode. The first one was in the cafeteria when the patty cakes came over to talk to Marge. And they were like, oh, they're still talking shit about Lily. Oh, it's a good thing that you survived. You're almost killing at the hands of Lily. Is at least she didn't take your second eye. And Marge is like, that's not what happened. Well, why don't you come to our table and tell us what happened instead of sitting over here with the nerds? And Rich is looking at her, and all the other kids at the table
like,
looking at her.
what do you do?
And this is already
they catch us strays.
I think I'm just looking at Mars like, so what you gonna do? Because obviously, if you're sitting at the quote unquote nerd table, everybody thinks you're a nerd. So if they call you a nerd, you're not surprised. You're looking at Marge like, okay, you sitting over here with us, and she calling you out. What are you
smack?
What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do, Marge?
And she has the courage now because her and Rich, they have this cute little interaction before where he gives her the eye patch, and they talk about knights and pirates, and it's really, really cute. And when Patty is like, so you're gonna come sit with us, or you gonna sit over here with the freaks? She just looks at her, and then she stands up, and she says, Patty, I am a freak. She takes the bandage and the eye patch off, and she, that's what I say.
I'm so glad her character developed and changed, because I wanted her dead in the beginning. Lord.
But that little girl who was over there dry heaving because Marge scared her so.
I was like, Michelle, is she dry heaving? Because she ain't choking. She dry.
She doing something. She doing something. I was like, is she about to throw? Like, did she scare her that much? But oh no, you know what it was? She was chewing gum before.
I was just about to say she probably was.
Oh, okay.
She was chewing. Now that I think about it, because I remember looking at her face when Patty was talking to Marge, because she was.
Yeah,
that's when they always choose gum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when Marge scared them, I guess she got choked.
About that. But you won't say nothing else.
And that was the moment when Rich really fell in love, because he was looking at her like
she's a
woman of my dreams.
Yeah. And then the two of them in the juke joint.
So cute.
Okay. And the special the
Air Force Coke.
But did he put rum in their Coke?
Kids?
Yes.
He did.
If you watch, he has a bottle and he turns around.
And he looks at them like,
I missed it. But Adam saw it and he said, did he just give him some rum? Because I was wondering why they was talking about Freedom Coke and why it tasted funny. Because I must have looked away or something because I didn't remember that
It
at
was
all.
very quick.
It was very quick.
It was very quick.
Very quick. But he said, "Want Coke coming up?" He grabbed that bottle and turned around.
This Coke tastes funny. That was like
it tastes like freedom.
It's like freedom.
And then later on, Marge is like, I like Air Force Coke. But the second coolest moment with the kids, they're in the juke joint. Will is in the back trying to talk to Ronnie about, hey, we all need to be together if we're going to go after this thing. And then he starts talking to Hank. Marge and Rich are out and they're just looking at everybody. Everybody's dancing, they're playing music. You've got the little cute little white girl soul singer. She was good.
Right. She's adorable.
And one of the guys sees Rich's drumsticks in his pockets. So he comes over, he was like, "Hey, Sticks, do you play?" He said, "We got a drummer, but he's indisposed." The drummer's sitting over on the couch, knocked out drunk, sleeping. So he gives Rich, let me tell you, Rich, he puts Rich on the drums. Rich is like, a little something. He gets on the drums and tears it up. He is jamming with the black folks. And like Dina's name says, he is invited to the cookout. Richie was doing it. And Marge was looking at him like, she was looking at him with all new eyes. I think that's when she fell in love. I was like,
yeah.
He was looking at him like he was looking at him like, Bennett.
And that actually kind of really fits though, because he's Cuban. He's like probably got a lot of different types of music in his, household. He probably listened to some jazz. He probably doing all of that. And honey, because when she said, "You think we should go?" He was like, "Nah, I think we need to stay right here.
This is good. This is good." And then when they started doing the dance and they were doing the little freaky dancing, he was like, "What are they doing?" And Marge was like, "I think they're dancing." He was like, "I've never seen dancing like this."
That's that dancing your parents keep you from.
Yes. But they were so cute. And then, of course, they're outside. I mean, they're inside. And then you have two of the people who were at the party outside. They're talking, flirting, whatever. And all these cars start pulling up. I was like, yo.
People? No.
But before that, you see Ingrid putting on her costume.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking, oh man, if something goes down, no one's gonna believe that it was a monster. They're just gonna say this woman was a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is you know what? And I actually would not be mad if she was accused. You know what I'm saying? I would not be mad at that, because at least that would get Hank off from being put in jail.
That's
right.
I wouldn't even be mad. And she crazy as a Bessie bug trying to, feed children so her daddy will come back. So maybe she do need to go to jail. Crazy.
Or the Juniper Hill. She needs to go from the employee to the patient. She ain't wrapped too tight.
Ma'am, you're going through the wrong entrance. Patient entrance that way.
Triage this way, please.
Listen. But when those cars start pulling up, and the two people outside, they're looking, they're like, were y'all expecting any more people? I was
First of all, let's talk about these cowards.
Coward
Mass.
Always putting something over their faces, don't they?
Well, let's even go back, because Chief Bowers is no longer Chief Bowers because of everything that happened. I guess they blame him for the quote-unquote animal attack that allowed Hank Grogan to escape. So they relieved him of his duties. So he comes into the bar while everyone is they're discussing like, oh, the murderer is still free. What we going to do? And he was like, they're trying to decide where they're going to search for him. Oh, we're going to go to the Barrens. Oh, no, he's not there. I know where he is. We had an anonymous tip called in. I was like, no, she didn't. Yes, she did.
She did.
Yes, she did.
And I love how
it can only be Kirsch at this point.
Well, they made sure to say a woman.
Mm-hmm. And it can only be Kirsch at this point, because we know Charlotte didn't tell.
Right. Right. And nobody else knows he's there.
Right. So they're like, okay, well, if you know where he is, Chief, why don't you go arrest him? He was like, I can't do that because as the call came in, I was cleaning out my desk because I've been relieved of my duties. He was like, I can't even give him a parking ticket right now. They're like, so what you come and tell us for? Oh, because you're about to round up that mob I talked about 2 episodes ago to go and mess with them. So here they are pulling up at the juke joint, and this is where the episode ends. But I'm like, if you look at the cars that just pulled up, you know them ain't your folk.
Yeah, right.
Especially considering most of your folks
was already inside. Yeah.
So the moment they come at you and they have their brights on to the point where you have to be like this, and then what was it? You want to dim them lights on, brother? Bruh, you talking to the wrong person. Because the moment you see some of those cars, especially if you are in the town, you should know who some of those cars belong to.
Right.
No, they be on the base though. They really sit on the base.
But the other, like the girl, she's probably a townie.
That's true.
You know, like they're probably just
there's some just from the area.
Yeah. But they get out the car, they've got on masks, and they've all got and they got guns.
Cowards.
Can't never do shady shit and show your face.
Oh, because you're the prominent people. I mean, Mr. Kirsch was in that crowd in the bar.
It's always the ones that the nice town folk, you know.
Mr. Kirsch was in there, and Stan and what's her name's daddy, Stan and Susie's daddy was in there.
Yeah.
Or Phil and Susie. I don't know why you want to call him Stan. Phil and Susie's daddy was in there.
He's literally the only person out of that crew that I can understand him being angry enough to go set some people on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
If it was my kids, if I thought somebody killed my kids, I probably would lose my mind and go try to kill some people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the rest of them, they just really just wanted to kill some Negroes. That's
what it was. Because even in the beginning of the episode, when they're putting Hank's wanted posters around the town, you see everybody walking down the street with their guns, and they're all gathering in the square, and like all the other people who aren't gathering with the guns, mostly the women, they're just walking, not paying no attention, like it's not a big deal to them.
I told Michelle when we saw that scene with all the people, all the dudes walking around with shotguns and rifles, I said, they think he's just gonna walk out of the bakery? Like he's just gonna walk into the town square?
Yeah.
They just need an excuse to carry their external appendages around.
Cowards.
Yeah, you're right.
All
because we already know, like I said, that's how the episode ends, but we already know where this is about to go.
Yeah.
We already know. And I don't remember the scene much from the book, but I do know that was like one of the big events. So we already know this is about to go wrong. And the fact that Will and Ronnie and Rich and Marge are all in the building when this goes on. And like I said, the singer that they have in there is a little white girl, probably from town.
Yeah.
It's about to be some mess. All because Charlotte put Hank Grogan in there.
Yeah. And I think the thing is, they could have sent him away and been like, look, you can't.
I know she was trying. And that was the reason why she put him in the black spot, because she said she was trying to get him over the border, but it was going to take her a couple of days to get the papers together. So I get that, but why would you put him with other people that you could endanger? And granted, it's a little military hangout. Those are military guys. I'm sure they can handle themselves. But when you have mob mentality,
you're just going to go to the other people who black for the most part.
Right.
I mean,
even if Hank wasn't there, they probably would have figured out some black folks are over here. Let's go talk to them. Let's go bother them a little bit.
Somebody would have known they were out there.
Yeah, but that whole situation is about to be ugly.
Ugh.
Because you got all the black folks in one spot. You have the quote unquote murderer in that spot. And you have children in that spot. It's about to be ugly. Pennywise is about to have a field day.
Yeah.
A feast.
Because there's no way that situation is about to happen and there not be violence and there not be dead.
Right.
Somebody is not going to have a cool head to prevail.
Because they don't have to.
Right.
I know, I mean, they might have fired the sheriff, but the cops ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna care.
And I'm sure and I couldn't tell because when they came out the cars, they had the mask on, so I couldn't really tell. But I think the sheriff was the one that was leading it, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was definitely Bowers for sure.
So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna brace myself for the fuckery that's about to happen in the next episode. Because it's about to be some.
He's at least Henry Bowers' grandfather, right? So like now you can kind of see where Henry kind of got his attitude from.
Yeah. All I gotta say is they better not touch my babies. So
goodness. Oh.
And Hank Grogan need to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Bro, run into the woods, do something. It's dark. It's dark. Let's be honest. They're not gonna see you. Run. Because they're so focused on going inside because they want to start some shit. They want to. They have been itching for a reason to go and shoot some black folk.
And then they know that unless there's somebody who's just kind of like super scared and they just want to turn them in, they know that they're not going to probably turn them in. Because, I mean, who wants to turn over a black man to be lynched, right? Like, nobody.
Yeah, but then not only are they cowards, but they stupid. They do realize that these are military dudes.
I don't see that's the thing. I don't think they realize that yet.
They know it was a Air Force thing that was out there. They knew that was part of the Air Force base, not part of the base, but they knew it was.
No, because remember that was something that the general gave Dick.
Right, but that is still
part of the land.
Part of the land.
I wondered if she tell them what it was.
Like barrack or something.
They were out
storage or outside or off base storage site.
So they know what.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you live there, you know the area.
The chief of police knows what it is.
Yeah.
Because they knew exactly where to go. They knew what it was.
Well, I mean, they got an anonymous tip.
Yeah, but they have to know. They have to know that they're gonna that they have to know.
No, because what I'm saying is that location was abandoned. I don't think the military would make it known that, oh yeah, we gave this place for them to hang out. Like, as far as the police chief knows, that place is abandoned. So the only way they would know to go out there is because whoever called in the tip said this is where they are.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because I don't think, I mean, think about it. It's a juke joint. Back then, most juke joints are illegal, right?
They're illegal in secret.
Yeah. So you really think a black juke joint is going to be knowledgeable? Like the white police chief is going to know about it? No, because they're trying to keep that secret. Because they don't want them coming sniffing around.
Yeah, but they still know who owns that area.
Yeah, but if it's the military, you're not gonna go fucking around on the military's property,
right? But he knows because it is military. It was military storage. You know what you're supposed to be governing versus what they're supposed to be governing. Now it's not directly on the base, but that's part of their land and part of where they put some things. I get it,
but what I'm saying is, why would he think that Hank Grogan would be there? Hank Grogan is not part of the military, so he would have no reason to even go there. You see what I'm saying? Hank is not part of the military. Hank is
I
only
think
at the black spot because of Charlotte.
Yeah, I think once they search the barrens and all the other wooded areas, at some point somebody would have figured it out. But
They
it would have
probably would have
taken
gone there
them
then. Yeah.
searching all the other
They would
places.
think he ran over there and hiding in that area.
And then
Yeah,
I
but
also was wondering,
Ingrid
like,
had to call and tell.
I
But
was
then
also
when you,
wondering,
but
like,
then
if
when
Hank
you, but
went
then when
to
you,
the Hanlon's house or something, would they have gone to the only black people in town's house? Because you got to be with the other black people. You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
wondered where else would they have searched. So
but you would have to. Well, even then, when they roll up in their cars and they see all the other cars there.
Well, I mean,
I
at that
mean,
point, yeah. At that point, but what I'm saying is, I don't think they would have had any reason to go there had they not been tipped off, because one, the place was as far as
that
they
that
know, it was
that is
abandoned.
true.
Yeah.
That is true. But I'm saying at that point, when they rolled up and they saw the cars and heard the music,
Yeah.
they should have realized, oh, it's some people here.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care. They were like they smuggling him.
right,
Yeah.
they didn't care. And honestly, I don't know that they wouldn't have attacked even if he wasn't there and hey, he's not here. Because the thing is, they got defensive. That they're the guy standing there. He's like, "Who are you, man? Turn off your lights." He started off kind of being like, and so that already probably had them already out there like, "Oh, he's spoiling for a fight because we got our lights on. Oh, we gonna take him out then." Like they probably was already getting hyped up because of how he kind of reacted to them being there.
And they were already like hyped because they got this tip that, oh, the kitty killer is there. Oh, we about to go do some stuff.
Oof.
It's about to be some mess.
And how many people did we lose in the black community due to stuff like this? It makes you so angry to just people, we still losing people this way. It's.
But again, this is this will be, because again, we already know this violence is about to happen. This is going to be another one of those kind of, teachable moments in fiction, because a lot of people don't hear about this kind of stuff because governments and people, they are consistently trying to erase this type of thing from history books, that stuff like this actually happened. But we already know it's about to happen. We already know. So it's just like, prepare ourselves to be pissed, because we know it's about to be some damage. And I mean, I don't know. We still have 2 episodes. So if they do this in this episode, like, is that going to be considered the augury? Is that going to be the event that puts Pennywise to sleep? Or is there something even bigger that's going to happen to that?
That's a good point.
Because it's like, okay, you have maybe I would say they probably have about 30 people in this joint, maybe 40, maybe more. That's a pretty big crowd.
That's a lot.
So
this has to be the augury. This has to be,
because if you have those many people, you have maybe 20, 25 white men outside with the guns. So if there's some kind of battle, there's going to be some kind of firefight, because again, these are military men that are in this juke.
Yeah, they're not going to just give up.
They got guns.
They got guns. So there's going to be some kind of shootout. So either the carnage is going to be so big with this one, and then we also don't know, like, is this place on the outskirts of Derry or is it within Derry? Like, we don't know. Do we?
I don't recall.
So
but the kids got there on their bikes. So like, didn't they come on their bikes at one point, or no?
Yes,
they did.
No, they did. They got there,
Richie and them came on their bikes, right?
They used their bikes. So is this event going to be big enough to be considered the augury, or is this just going to be the starting point, and then whichever group, I don't want to say win or loses, because I have a feeling there's going to be losses on both sides. Is there going to be like you came after us, we're going to come after you, and there's going to be another even bigger thing Because you got 2 episodes. You can't give us the augury in 1 episode and then what you're gonna do for the last episode.
And then the last episode is all calm and peaceful. And the way I heard it, the last episode is gonna put us in a chokehold. So
that's what I heard that today too.
Is it 8 episodes?
It's 8 episodes.
Okay.
But they also I've also heard episode 7 is gonna be a doozy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just
12.
Look, y'all grown men, y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. Leave my children out of it.
Right.
I need you to grab Ronnie. I need you to grab the other 3 kids. I need y'all to get out. And I have to say, even though it feels so wrong that she is not there with them, I'm so glad Lily is not there.
I mean, she don't need to be. She done already, like, it's been so much. Like,
she done been through enough.
Just stay home, honey.
Right. Just
and
stay
then
home.
She's not really that great in a clutch. I mean, now she got the Precious, but when it's over, she's not really great when fear is at in play. Yeah. So I don't think she would have been good for her to be there anyway.
So just be at the house. Wait for your friends to come, so you can comfort them, and so you can tell Ronnie, "I told you so. Let's go kill this thing."
Yeah.
But yeah,
let's go fight.
Right.
Because apparently only us that can do it. Apparently, because these grown folks are stupid.
Right. And all the other kids are either too oblivious, or I don't know, maybe I don't know. They just don't taste. Their fear doesn't taste as well to Pennywise.
Yeah, I mean, because he's definitely getting kids who already have those weaknesses with the fear, but then on top of that, they're bringing in more kids, so he ain't even got to search anymore because, like you said, Lily just bringing them in.
Right. But the other thing too is, again, we haven't seen what Rich is scared of, except for what was it that they said in the when they were going into the juke joint. Will was talking about going to convince Ronnie. He said, "Well, just pray that it works." He said, "I don't know, man. The last time I prayed, my dead Tio came after us in the grave." I don't know. Maybe that's his fear or whatever. But like, we've seen everybody else's fear. We haven't seen Rich's fear. But also,
I feel like he has such a pragmatic view.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's like he is the anchor of the group, I think, because he's the one when everybody else is saying crazy stuff. He's like, "Look, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to act. Oh, this thing is trying to pull us apart. We can't do that right now. We need to be united. We need to be together. Why are y'all considering this? This is stupid." Like, he's the one that's saying what everybody else is too scared to say.
Yes.
Like,
because even though he basically was like, "Yes, Lily, everybody thinks you're crazy. Like, get over it. It's just the truth, like everybody." He's like, "My barber, everybody thinks you crazy. So okay, let's move on from that."
Right, because he's like, we know the truth. That's all you need to worry about. Right. Don't worry about what all this outside noise is doing. Don't worry about what everybody else is thinking. We know what happened. We know you didn't try to stab your best friend in the eye. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
So, but I'm worried about these next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Just because like I said, we already know there's about to be some carnage in 7, and then 8.
Some more carnage, because I can't imagine how it's gonna get better.
Because you can't do, well, I mean, you could, but people will be mad. You can't have a big battle scene in the penultimate season episode, and then the season finale is just kind of calm.
Yeah.
I just,
well, come on now. You know how things are written. You got to have a climax and a resolution.
Like I said, and if they do a boring resolution, people gonna be mad. People gonna be mad.
I don't think it's gonna be boring with these people. These Marchetti? I can't pronounce his name. Marchetti. What was his last name? Him and his wife. They're terrible people. That's all I have to say. The creators of this show. They're terrible people. Oh my goodness! Every time I see his name, I get PTSD on the screen. When I see his name, I'll just be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Andy Marks,
No,
whatever."
it's the sound editor. The sound editor was wrong for the
Listen,
crunching of the bone
Oh yeah.
of the little girl. Just wrong.
And everywhere I go now on the internet, I hear, "Sorry, sorry, my friend." I'm like, "Oh Lord, this song is everywhere. They're killing me." Oh, I'm gonna have nightmares with that little girl singing in my head. It's all their fault. Oh, crunchy pickles
mm-mm.
and horribleness.
I
But
just
you listen to the lyrics. It's like if I smile hard enough, everything is fine.
Right,
right,
Yeah.
right.
right.
Wait now, you must not be okay.
You ain't okay, baby.
You're not okay.
I mean, have you seen the graphics that song accompanies? No,
Oh
she
yeah,
ain't okay.
she ain't okay.
You got somebody about to have a needle stuck in his eye. You got Pennywise hanging off a building.
Yep.
No,
Gangsters shooting it out.
right.
Like,
And I think that's the gangsters that they ended up burying in
Yeah,
the car, but
yeah. And then the factory fire,
the
they killed all
factory
the kids.
factory
fire,
fire.
and then you see the eyes in the sewer.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
They don't even have to
again,
change it for the next seasons at all. And they
no, they
better
really
give us
don't.
the
They
next
probably
seasons.
will though, because
Netflix would
season
be
two,
dumb if they get this and don't do nothing with it.
because season two is going back to 1935, right?
Mhm.
So you think they're going to expand a little bit more on Kersh's story?
Oh
Because
yeah,
that's
for
the
sure.
dad, yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for
We
And
got a
sure.
then
whole bunch of years where she was taking kids down to the
Right,
basement.
because we gotta see
Oh.
it. I'm excited actually to see it, how she does it.
as long
Crunch,
as I don't
crunch,
have to
crunch.
hear Pennywise crunching and munching, I'm good.
Right.
Oh baby, that's gonna be forever. You're gonna be hearing that forever watching this.
So y'all don't think Netflix is gonna shut all that stuff down?
Let me tell you something. Bruh. Netflix better not come in here messing things up. They got this, they got
Oh,
all the Game of Thrones universe,
it might
they
not
got
even
the
be
DC.
Netflix because apparently Paramount
I saw it,
went
yeah.
in with a hostile bid.
Yeah, 104 billion.
Mm.
Look,
My first thought was like, Netflix ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah,
Netflix ain't
they
got that
do.
kind of. Then I looked up. Oh, they took out a loan.
Just
Yeah.
like any other business.
They
But
went and
that's
got
I mean you that's because even with Paramount and when they were their initial offerings were like not cash
yeah.
offerings. So I don't think anybody just has
No,
the
they
money
had to
to
get everybody gotta get
right.
along.
And
But they
that's
have with
probably
Netflix,
also and that's probably also why shows got canceled. They're like, oh, we need to keep
build up
pay this money.
some
Yeah.
collateral. But they make so much money, man. My Netflix bill in the last, I would say, 3 years has tripled.
it's going up.
Listen,
So they
It's
making their
going up.
money hand
somebody
over fist.
posted a meme. They said Netflix offered they offered 87 billion for this deal, but they got mad because I had my mama on my account.
On my password. Right.
Yeah.
Right. They
I
came after
remember.
us because my father-in-law was using ours. They came after us and was like, if you choose to keep him, he will be paying $7.99 a month.
They just
Like,
Yeah, I remember. I
her
remember
because she
when we
doesn't live
used
with
to
me.
get the disc. Back in the day, and like, oh, we can do streaming, and you can switch to streaming for $7.99 a month. Shit,
I think my
like Dina
Netflix
said, it's
bill.
tripled.
It's
I
true.
think my Netflix bill right now is $25
Yeah.
a
Only
month.
because you probably got the HD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm not. I mean, if I'm gonna pay to stream, I'm not gonna watch no crap.
nope,
Crap, right.
not gonna do it.
Exactly.
Not gonna do it.
And so
But
now it's that thing where you know how you could have a channel that you have, like for instance, I would only get stars for Outlander.
mm-hmm,
And then once Outlander was done, I didn't have stars anymore.
mm-hmm.
But the way this is turning out, if it's gonna be on Netflix, that's great because now I can just even though I get HBO for free with my internet, but like let's say I didn't get it for free, I wouldn't have to pay for it because it's gonna be under my Netflix. The problem is that they gonna raise that price about 4, 5 more times because they got to make up for what they're doing right now.
And here's the thing, y'all better merge these streaming platforms because I'm not gonna pay for Netflix and HBO Max.
Look, can you talk about it? That's yeah. And
I
then
mean, it's getting ridiculous. It
is.
Disney owns all of this, and they own. Like, come on, it's just. We might as well have just kept cable.
Well, at least Disney said it's going to move all the Hulu stuff to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But the other thing with the Netflix deal that people are talking about, physical media is going to end up going away. I'm about to start going to the pawn shops and the thrift stores and buying up stuff because if it gets to a point where everything streaming is streaming exclusive, we ain't gonna have a show.
Adam's best friend literally just said that he gonna get rid of everything and he gonna do that digital antenna and he gonna watch DVDs because you can't. He's like, his main complaint is this don't have a license. That the license is over here now. It's a move from this platform to that platform.
Yep, you should have it.
WB owns it, but right now it's being licensed for Netflix. So you gotta, come on, man. What are y'all doing?
Like, if y'all were gonna do all this shit, I would have just stayed with cable.
Right. Just stay with cable and be done with it.
And now that don't even seem feasible because half the stuff you can get on cable, but some of the stuff is exclusive to streaming. So it's like they really are just looking for ways to get in our pockets.
If you want to see, I'm not going to go into it, but if you want to see what's really going to happen, look at what the NBA is doing.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's going to really mess you up.
Yeah.
About what these streaming services is going to do.
But that's also like why they cut so many shows and like we have nothing but sports and game shows on because they know like scripted shows is sports and game shows.
Yeah. But what the NBA is doing with all the games on every platform, like you can't, like I want to watch Golden State Warriors tonight. They're on Peacock. I don't have a Peacock subscription. The next night they're on ESPN. I don't have a cable subscription. The next night they're on YouTube. It's like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Wow.
Yeah. So don't get too attached to this show, ladies and gentlemen. That's the point we're trying to make.
That's the point. don't get your hopes up. Don't get too attached.
But they have because I was gonna say they came out with a 4-year plan or a 5-year plan as far as what they were gonna do with this show.
Yeah, but you know how that goes.
But Cancelicia, aka Netflix, don't know good shows if it smack them in the face. Cancel all the good shows and put all the trash shows on.
Yeah, like I talked to some people at work and I'm like, oh, have y'all watched this? Like, oh, we're gonna wait for all of them to come out to start watching it. Netflix don't play that crap. If people don't watch it and binge it in the first 15 to 30 days, they cancel it.
Yeah.
And even if people are watching it and it's good, if it costs too much money to make, they will cancel it.
Shadow and Bone. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm still salty about that.
Still mad about it.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that.
Yeah, but that metric they use if people are not watching it in droves and binging it, they're not gonna keep it. That's just how they roll. Because they dump all their shows at one time.
Yeah. Unless it's something like Stranger Things, but because they know people are going to watch Stranger Things. So that's not one of those shows that people that's not one of those shows that people are going to be like, oh, I'm just going to wait. And no, Stranger Things. I mean, literally, I turned my TV on at 8:00 when Stranger Things dropped the day before Thanksgiving. And it took me 5 minutes to get on it because Netflix crashed because everybody and their mama was trying to watch it at the same time.
They figured out with Stranger Things, they can do it halfway. We're just gonna drop 4 episodes at once instead of all 8 or 9. We're just gonna parse it out.
Yeah,
but we're still gonna drop it all at once.
Because what they do is they get us the fans who are like hardcore diehard fans in, and then we talk about it so much online that people are like, God dog it, I gotta go watch doggone blah blah. And so then they want to jump in and watch in between time, and then so by the time they release the rest of it, everybody watching.
Yep. I got friends
with,
right now who are starting season 1, episode 1 of Stranger Things. Yep.
They do that with Bridgerton. We've been waiting for how long? And we gonna give a couple of episodes here, couple of episodes here. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's been over a year. It's gonna be 2 years before the next season come out for Bridgerton.
Yeah. And
really?
The last season came out last summer.
Yeah. And it was
they don't
split
have
into
special effects. They just have costumes.
Yeah.
Like they used to have shows, 26 episodes a season, summertime reruns.
I miss network TV days.
But now I mean 6, 7 episodes, and we paying money like we getting 26 episodes.
Ain't a lot. I got Michelle. I started Michelle watching Chicago Med with me. I'm like, wait, what season are we on?
We're on season 2.
What the hell?
Because it's taking a long time. We tried to do that with NCIS, and we were just like, oh.
But that's just like with the boys. The boys is coming back in.
We got to finish that last
April.
season.
They've been gone almost 3 years. So
and
these long I think so.
But you only get episodes.
But I get their special effects.
Yeah, but you only get
Bridgerton is a dress.
Right. Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's the thing about because it's popular
and
the reason why they do that.
Right.
Because Ginny and Georgia, they spitting that out every other day. What's her name? Emily in Paris. Every other week they got a new season of Emily in Paris.
So the only thing that stopped. What's the first one you just mentioned? I can't think of.
Oh, Ginny and Georgia.
Ginny and Georgia.
It's only because of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna do that again because the little boy went from 5th grade to look like he in high school.
That little boy
and we had to make him like fit back into like 4 months later.
Yeah, put your Harry Potter glasses on, baby.
Right. Yeah, but like slump over a little bit.
Because when I saw him in Welcome to Derry, I was like, Jesus, that boy is big now. He is big. And you can't do that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But like Dennis said, the point is, audience, don't get too attached.
Don't get attached.
But you can't get attached to anything like I feel like anymore. Like every time something be good, it's like, oh, we're going to cancel it. Why are we canceling? It got good ratings. Yeah, but it's too much money.
Yeah.
And we're losing money.
Or, they'll just scrap a whole movie after they film a whole movie and decide they don't want to put it out there back.
Or even an episode. I'm still mad about that Game of Thrones spinoff that got canceled. They filmed a $30 million pilot episode and nothing. And they had big names attached to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still mad about that one because James Campbell Bower was supposed to be in it.
D&D, whatever their names was. It's all their fault. That's why.
Yeah, could be. But okay. Look, we have been in the weeds long enough. Y'all got anything final to say about this episode before we get like completely devastated with whatever's about to happen in these next 2 episodes?
No.
Will is the only one marked as safe.
Yeah.
Will and Leroy.
And I'm about to say, and Dick. Those 3.
Yeah.
That's it.
They're the only ones.
And look, and Pennywise.
We know he said
he marked safe.
And Kirsch. She's safe. Well, safe is a relative term with her.
Safe.
I mean, in the movie,
Pennywise.
Yeah, that was Pennywise pretending to be her. So that don't necessarily we don't know.
Like she still lived to be a little bit older, at least. For him to be able to be her as an older woman, she had to live a little bit longer, right?
True. That's true.
Maybe. He just acted like she would have in the old woman body. We don't know.
Anyway,
so she ain't really marked safe either.
Yeah, that's
okay. So I guess we will see with episodes 7 and 8. But for now, that is it for our show. You can find us online at www.fandomhybrid.com. We are on social media, on all the social media at Fandom Hybrid. You can chat with us on our Discord channel. You can watch our videos on our YouTube channel, and you can listen to us on all major podcast streaming platforms. Thanks for listening. We hope you join the conversation next time.